Hello, let's discover the imperative together. Now, what is the imperative? How do I use it? What does it actually imply? Well, first of all, the imperative is a grammatical mood. If you use an imperative form, it means that you are implying, you are addressing a person or a group of people. So you can either address the second person subject, which is you singular or you plural, or the first person subject, so the first person plural, that is we. That means that you're including yourself in the group you are addressing. So two forms. In other languages there are many more. So our imperative in English is quite simple. So we have the affirmative and the negative and two forms for each of those. So you can use the imperative to give out direct orders. Shut the door, don't shut the door. So here, as you can see, in order to create my imperative, I simply need the bare infinitive. That is, of course, for the second person, so the second person singular and the second person plural. You just put your bare infinitive at the beginning of your sentence, and that's how you create your imperative form. Shut the door. If you want the negative, you have your bare infinitive preceded by don't. Never doesn't, always don't. So shut the door, don't shut the door. How else can I use my imperative? I can use it to give instructions. Open your book. Don't open your book. I can use it to give invitations. Have another cup of tea. Let's go. So here is our second option, let's. So if I want to give an order to a group, I write my bare infinitive and it has to be preceded by let's, which is the contracted form of let us. So let's go, let us go. And if I want the negative, let's not go, or let us not go. So that is your first person plural, we. So your second option here. You can also use the imperative on signs and notices. So do not enter, pull the door, and so on. And finally, you can also use the imperative to give friendly, informal advice. Speak to her. Let's wait a little. So the form, as we saw, bare infinitive preceded by don't, or bare infinitive preceded by let's or let's not. A few hints for the classroom. If you want to change the tone, if you want to make it less assertive, less direct, you can add please, so please shut the door or shut the door please. You can add do to an affirmative imperative form, so you add it at the very beginning, do shut the door, do open your book, do have another cup of tea, it makes it softer. Or you can also add a tag question at the end. So you could say, shut the door, will you? Let's go, shall we? So if that's too unfamiliar, don't forget to watch the video on tag questions. Or you can also resort to alternatives if you're not completely comfortable with this form yet. So you can just phrase it differently. I expect you to. Shall we? Or you might want to. So all these different forms to give informal advice, invite, or give instructions. That's it for today. Thanks for watching.